What's going on, everybody? Fantastic Hip Hop back with a brand new video, and today we're beginning a brand new series where we're going to be reviewing every major release in hip hop that just dropped. Starting off this week, we're going to be going over Westside Gunn's Peace Fly God and Ken Carson's X. Before we get into these reviews, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with the weekly installments of this series. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Last Friday, Griselda Records leader Westside Gunn released his first project since the action-packed Hitler Wears Irma's 8 finale with Peace Fly God. First thing to get out of the way, this is not one of Westside's mainline projects. This is simply just a precursor to his upcoming album, Michelle Records, which is apparently going to be massive. West has confirmed it features Run the Jewels, A$AP Rocky, and there's even been rumors about Playboi Carti being on it. But in the meantime, Westside is giving us some gems here, and that's all this project really is. Some really nice songs, and it does work very well in its 34-minute runtime. The entire first half of this album is produced by Don Carrera, while the middle of the record features 3 beats from the one and only Madlib, and on the back end of the album we have beats from frequent collaborators Conductor Williams and Derringer. The record opens just like a lot of other Westside projects, with A.A. Rashad hyping us up for what's next to come over some spoken word. From there, we are treated through an experience that doesn't just highlight Westside's talent, but a lot of what Griselda's future has to offer. Teaming up with Stove God Cooks and East Knack, the song Jesus Crack clocks in at 8 entire minutes, which was certainly weird to see in the track list, as a lot of Westside Gunn songs are not even 2 minutes. The way these elite MCs paint canvases through their lyrical banter makes this track quite enjoyable. With that said, I don't think this justifies an 8-minute running time, as there is a lot of empty space in this song, but from here we get exactly what we would expect. Great bars, great beats, and a lot of friggin' ad-libs. The way West goes about meeting this expectation is a little different than usual, as he spends a lot of the record's running time shining the spotlight on East Knack, who was last featured on a Westside project in 2020 on Who Made the Sunshine, and before that Hitler Wears Irma 7 in 2019, and to an even greater magnitude, West continues grooming Stove God Cooks into his right man hand, as he's featured on 4 tracks, and this just makes so much sense, with Conway focusing on his drum work imprint, Benny joining Def Jam focusing on his BSF stuff. I think letting Stove God spit so many verses on this record is a great thing. He's so charismatic, and he bounces off Westside's energy seamlessly. A cut like Big Ass Bracelet highlights this to the fullest, as West and Stove just float over a beautiful chopped up soul sample beat. Where the collaborative relationship really takes the next step for me here is on the track Derek Bowman, due to West and Stove going to work over a Madlib beat together. This is one of the better cuts of the year, with its perfect fitted instrumental that masterfully matches the lavish and braggadocious bars from this duo. We're even further delighted here, as the song Horses on Sunset doesn't just show the tandem back at it again over Madlib production, but it offers quite a dramatic tone change as both MCs rap over an eerie instrumental, and they go in this tenacious pocket that just shows West and Stove can really push the boundaries of what they're doing. They can still rap about their street life just as much as they can rap about their wealth. On the other side of these collaborations, East Knack holds his side of the performance down, even having his own song in Bobby Roode, which was pretty good. Outside of these two artists running alongside West, Fly God himself manages to once again capture the magic that makes almost his entire discography so amazing. Whether it's the Madlib produced Open Praise or the Conductor Williams cooked up Dozian, the 39-year-old just has such a knack for masterfully putting together the vision he wants, and he puts every bar, no matter how banterous or self-inflectious it may be, in a place where it's just so fun to listen to, it's so fun to consume. As I said earlier, Westside Gunn is giving you all of the same things he has throughout his entire career, but he's just doing it again. He knows how to repackage it so well. He knows how to make a project feel so new and exciting, despite it not really pushing the boundaries that much. This is why we love Griselda. This is why we love Westside Gunn. Overall, for all of the reasons I said, I'm going to be giving Peace Fly God a 7 out of 10. The next album we're going to be talking about is Ken Carson's X, and it seems like since the release of his 2021 record Project X, his 20-song epic is what fans have been waiting for from Playboi Carti's Opium imprint signee. As we've seen since Whole Lotta Red came out in Christmas of 2020, this whole rage era of trap music has really blown up, and this project is the newest exhibit of its influence. Stylistically, X is using the same formula of glitchy in-your-face beats and loud and up-tempo vocals, and I think for a 20-track project in this realm, the album does a pretty fair job at being entertaining. A track like Go was a definite standout in the track list, with its charged up production that ramps up the vocals of Ken Carson to hit even harder than usual. This cut is far from the only moment that will make you want to go find the nearest mosh pit and go absolutely crazy. For an album of this length, I was surprised that there was only 3 features on the entire LP, with 2 being from the same artist in Opium member Destroy Lonely, and then the duo Homicide Gang was also featured. Now, I wasn't really too familiar with Destroy Lonely before this record, and I'm not really sure how I feel about him after this, as on the song MDMA, his vocals just sound very cheap, but on the flip side of the features, Homicide Gang really wowed me as their team up with Carson resulted in one of the best tracks on the entire album in Delinquent. Speaking of the highs on this album, PDBMH was a cut that pushed the boundaries of what Ken Carson can do as he goes on a frenzy over a spacey instrumental that is sped up to the literal fastest tempo that Carson can cohesively flow over it. It's these type of risks that make this record have so much character and have its lows feel pretty minimal compared to an album like Yeats 2 Alive. The only place X really gets hurt in is its length. 20 songs is just too much for a style of hip hop that consists of bars like "Yeah, lil' shawty, she off that X" and "Yeah, lil' shawty, going shits." It really just gets to a point where the lows hurt the highs of this record just due to the fact of how drawn out everything is. Carson's a pretty solid vocalist, but it feels like the more and more we hear him on this record, the more and more uninspired and painful it gets to get through the next song. As much as I enjoy sections on this album, having 6 minutes dedicated to tracks like Whatever the Hell, Freestyle 1 and Freestyle 2 are, just makes it hard to recommend this to listeners and tell them that this is a palatable listening experience. Overall, my verdict with X is that I love this style of trap when it's at its best. And through songs like Get Rich or Die and PDBMH, I actually prefer a lot of what this style does over the traditional trap music we have gotten really and way too used to over the years. On the contrary, sitting through 48 minutes of this is just way too much, and this length does not just hurt X, it cripples it from being a fully enjoyable listening experience even when it has pretty good highs. For all of these reasons, I'm going to be giving this album a 4.5 out of 10. And the final review we have today, which is a little bit of a bonus review for my people who follow me on Instagram, is Brent Faiyaz's Wasteland. This album has been hyped up for a long time, and rightfully so. Brent Faiyaz has become one of the most recognizable voices in all of R&B, and he has been on a tear over the last few years with a countless amount of great features and a crazy single run of his own with tracks like Gravity with Tyler the Creator, Wasting Time with Drake and the Neptunes, and other great solo tracks like Price of Fame and Show You Off. Through 19 tracks, Brent puts together a project that definitely makes for a great vibe, but beyond being some pretty good sounding music to chill to, it definitely has some holes. In the hour and 4 minutes Wasteland runs for, the most clear issue is that a lot of the tracks are just alright. I wouldn't say anything on here is inherently bad, but a lot of the time songs just feel way too plain to justify the length of this LP. Take tracks like Ghetto Gatsby and Dead Man Walking. Vocally, Brent puts on a fantastic display, but the production is just so bare bones here. The best way I can describe these types of moments is that a lot of them feel like drawn out interludes that should have progressed into something that was a lot more captivating beyond Brent's vocal capabilities. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Brent Faiyaz is an artist who makes chill music, the production should be mellow, but not to the level where this chill music goes to borderline boring music. Still on the point of the track Ghetto Gatsby, I think it's a great example of the structural issues in these songs, as Brent sings over most of the plain production throughout, and once the brilliant Alicia Keys hops on this track, there is a snapping melody that is played in the background, and even just with mixing in some people snapping their fingers into this song, it adds the life that it needs despite this fantastic section of the track coming all the way at the tail end. Wasting Time with Drake is another example of Brent making great chill music. The atmosphere of this song is so calm, and this is conveyed through its faint drum pattern, vocal refrains, and minor detailing that Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo have been masters at since what feels like the beginning of time at this point. When the production is layered properly on these cuts, you do get some great moments like Loose Change. This song nails the minimal aesthetic very well, and the way Brent is able to dabble between vocal pockets just adds another layer to his own emotional arc on this project. All Mine was another great cut that got the aesthetic of this project right. Brent's intoxicating vocals mix seamlessly with the staticky production, and it just all makes such a fun, such a powerful track. All in all, if Brent Faiyaz was able to cut out maybe 6 or 8 songs on this album, Wasteland would be something pretty damn special. Still, its highs are very good, and while the fluff of this record makes an album that you could throw on anywhere and people will certainly vibe with it, it's far from a well-rounded experience that offers something more than just some pretty good background music. For all these reasons, I'm going to be giving Wasteland a 5.3 out of 10, and before we end this video, I just want to thank you all for watching. Please be sure to let me know your scores on these projects, and let me know your favorite tracks in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. It helps out the channel a ton, and we are going to be posting a lot of videos over the next few weeks, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Thank you guys all for watching. Have a great day. Fantastic Hip Hop signing out.